Hello people! Today we are going to show you how we removed a swarm of wild bees from the tree. And we did it with our bare hands. And it all started when friends called with an offer to swap a swarm of bees for honey, and they sent these videos. It's impressive, isn't it? How lucky we are to be engaged in bees and friends know about it. At that moment, they were resting at their friend's cottage where we went. We arrived very quickly to just look at something like this, a huge cluster of bees on the tree. The swarm is such a well-coordinated organism that the bees do not just hold on to the others, but also hold on to those below, and it doesn't matter whether you are a small bee or a small apricot. If the bee acted as an individual rather than in a single organism, it would be unlikely to do this again. There are thousands of bees in this bunch, or even tens of thousands if to be more accurate. But this is not all surprises. After all, there is also a second swarm. The first one is concentrated on the tree. It is right in front of you. The second one is swarming over the neighboring tree right before our eyes, being very high above the ground. So, one swarm is so huge that it's split into two families. And there are probably at least two queens in the swarm. Some of the bees have gathered near one queen, some near another. After half an hour of observation, there is a strong wind, and that swarm, which is very high at the top of the tree, also has clustered. Now they can be compared. The inhabitants of the upper branches are visually 3 times less than those who gathered at the bottom, and the lower ones are easy to get to, so we'll be shooting this swarm. We are lucky to have this box left over from the transparent hive we've had in the hangar. We've brought it with us on the way here. What we don't have at all is a hazmat suit. We'll have to collect the bees in the box as it is, with bare hands and no face shield. Now it's time for an extremely risky activity. I slip my hand right very carefully, without any sudden movements, into the middle of the bee swarm. I separate a part of it just as carefully as I can, so I have at least a few hundreds from the whole family on my hand. We throw them into a box, which is immediately covered with a piece of cloth, so that they do not dare to escape. Otherwise, they'll try to rejoin the swarm. Then we collect another swarm of bees and another one. It is not possible to take a plot of them, but this is not the case when you need unnecessary fuss. So step by step, bundle by bundle, there are more and more bees in the box and less on the tree. And since the wind has stopped, individual bees are already flying up again. But not everything is so smooth, staying without being stung. One bee doesn't like our plan and decides to take revenge. While the bees are being harvested, it suddenly starts raining. It seems that it will drip and stop, but it's becoming stronger and stronger. Apparently, bees have weather forecasters just like people. The swarm has chosen not the most flying weather to go on a journey. When there is only about 20% of the original number of bees left on the branch, we decide not to continue collecting by hand, but just shake them off into a box. And it is the right thing to do, because in a few minutes the rain turns into a real hurricane. Even the bees that don't get into the box are no fun. Fortunately, they move closer to the family by smell. And here we are already at our apiary. The first thing we have done is to put down a frame to bees with beeswax. This is the wax base on which the workers can build their honeycombs. Now the bees have something to do and won't run away from us. We place 2 of these frames so that all the insects have enough space to spread out. Luckily for the bees, we even have one empty hive. True, it is in a sad condition and has long been used as a pantry for storing bee frames. However, it will suffice for the first time, and then we can replace it. We don't take a video, but the very second part of the swarm, which is located very high at the top of the tree, we also take it off. It turns out to be difficult and takes us over an hour to do it all, but it is worth the effort. So both swarms are here, the whole family is here, so now we are going to relocate them. We moisten each of the families with a solution of mint, just in case not to conflict with each other. It acts on insects as a sedative, so there should be no problems with the move. It's time to move the bees from the small box into a full-fledged hive. Let's start with the big swarm. We take out the first frame on which the bees are cozily settled. It's a pity we don't have a hand scale, but purely by feeling its weight is about a kilogram. And it is considered that in 1 kilogram there are 10,000 bees on average. We send the whole frame into the hive. The second frame is sent there as well. After that, the bees that haven't been located on the frames are simply poured into the hive body. They do not feel cozy at the bottom and immediately scatter, and they go to more familiar vertical surfaces. They try to be closer to their sisters. And once again, we spritz the bees with the mint solution, so that the tranquility smells inside of the hive smells. Then we spray the small swarm with the same solution and relocate them. We don't worry at all that there may be several mothers here. They will not sort it out among themselves in the family. There will be only one winner, because only one queen can be in one family. So suddenly we have one more bee family, which I hope will take root in the new place. That's all for now. Bye-bye!